is a paradox between the number of people voting in these elections and the number of women standing in the elections. But there will be a very, very powerful say by the women during the 2019 elections, because remember, over 48% of them will be voting. I have with me a very powerful group of women, powerful in their own rights, and I'll ask them what are the issues they have and what are the issues that they are going to vote on.
I will consider accountability to be a prime point. I feel that the taxpayers' money should be judiciously used with accountability and transparency. So whoever is elected at the center, I would basically like them to be very, very careful about public money, and I do not want to see anyone stealing our tax money.
Please tell us, what is it that your vote is going to be on, and the issues that really trouble you or worry you at this point in time?
The biggest issue that worries me today is communalism. Strongly feel corruption is something we have dealt with many years, and in spite of corruption, we have survived India as a nation. But today, people don't trust each other, whether it's in the school or in the workplace. They are sitting next to each other and identifying themselves in terms of religion, which is something which has never happened before.
I think coming down to women's empowerment today, a lot of schemes, a lot of rules, regulations have come into place. But are they really effective is a big question mark for us. So what we feel, or what I feel personally, is the government is taking steps. There is no doubt about it. Yet, there's a lot of lacunae in the implementation. Now, some of it goes that you will find a lot of grants coming in, not utilized, going back. What is the purpose of having such grants if they are not properly utilized? Maybe lack of data, lack of awareness could be one of the reasons. We have to increase on that.
How do I know I am protected? Suppose when I go back home today, for attending this place, I am given a badge by somebody. And in this regime, I do not roll it out. If I want to go for a gallery, first thing they will ask you, who are the people behind you? Why have you come alone? I feel unprotected. And I am paying the government the money. It's for my protection also. I don't think I get the feeling of protection from this present government.
Since we have the elections coming up and whoever comes to power, what I feel is education should be one of the prime focus of the government. And in terms of education, I'm not talking about school education or college education. I would like to take one step back and go back to a child when he or she is just growing up, and that's the time when we look at their character building, instilling some values and principles in them. In terms of values, it can be some very basic principles, like, for example, respecting everyone, respecting any kind of job, like dignity of labor, in other words.
The BJP manifesto has mentioned women 37 times. It's a 48-page manifesto. Do you think that the condition of women can change if the political parties just promise, and the promise is on the manifesto? What do you think about it?
I would like to mention a report which I don't know. Again, these days, reports cannot always be trusted. Sometimes there's a lot of fake media, but that's a different subject. But a responsible chief minister has mentioned that women need to be treated separately and women need to be controlled, so to say. It is shocking that in this day and age, this is the way the perception of women is. So as a woman, I feel very strongly concerned that we as a nation are beginning to look at women regressively rather than progressively.
Both the central government and state government has come up with a lot of schemes. Do you see the policies are being implemented in the way they are meant to? Like we've heard about the Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao scheme, and with that a physical literacy program. Do you see that something in that effect happening?
I would say something is happening, but not to the extent that it should be. It's a question of lack of awareness and lack of implementation. So I think a lot of scope of improvement is there. But a lot has been done also. So we hope that a lot of better things will happen for the girls.
Right. Since you are an artist, I have to ask you this. There have been a lot of talk on freedom of thought of artists, painters, and intellectuals. Have you felt that being in the state of West Bengal or in modern India?
Yes, very much, because I am a regular theatre goer, and nowadays many people during the first show they say, watch it because we are afraid second show may not take place. 15 years ago also I never heard such statements. First time I am hearing it.
Do you see that educational organizations are being subjected to too much government interference, independent educational institutions?
Well, I can see that, yes, the renowned ones are trying to keep their independence, and they would definitely like to run the way they have been doing. Sometimes there could be. I mean, if you ask me, do I have any proof? I don't. But sometimes we do get to see that maybe there are external interventions which stops the administration from taking the right steps.